All right, here's a big update on the Muslim side moving the top court against Rallies. A plea has now been filed by the Muslim side in Haryana, claiming that Rallies are being launched across parts of Haryana, and this has triggered communal tensions. It's going to flare up. Situation is serious. The plea says Nuh and Gurugram at this point remains absolutely tense, and they want the Supreme Court, to hear the Muslim side's plea at the earliest. So 2 p.m. is roughly the time that the Supreme Court is going to take up the Muslim side's plea. The Muslim side claims that there are rallies that even as we speak being conducted, and that's flaring communal tensions. So it's likely that the Supreme Court will take up the matter at 2 p.m. Urgent hearing has been sought on the Haryana violence. Kanu Sharda, who's tracking court for us, brings us more. Kanu, give us an understanding on the Muslim side reaching the Supreme Court. They've knocked doors of the Supreme Court, claiming that they are worried, they fear communal flare-up yet again. 3 days of the violence, finally we see police deployment. Situation seems calm, but they allege that there are rallies still being conducted in Haryana and they fear of backlash.
Yes, Nabila, the Muslim side have moved the Supreme Court today in an already pending matter related to hate speeches against a particular community. So Muslim side have categorically told the Supreme Court that the situation is really volatile over there, and this needs to be heard urgently. That keeping in mind the urgency of the matter, the Chief Justice of India has agreed to hear this matter. It is still not clear that which court will hear this matter within the Supreme Court. But yes, we are hearing that the hearing is at 2 o'clock. The limited prayer in the petition is that the communal tension will increase if these rallies, which are being conducted in Delhi NCR, are not stopped immediately. So, keeping that situation in mind, the Supreme Court has agreed to hear this matter. So, we'll come to know in a very short time from now that what the court will decide, whether the rallies which are presently going on in the national capital will have to be stay away, or they can continue. So very shortly we'll come to know about it.
At the moment, we know that the police across Delhi NCR region have restricted any protests. I mean, they've not given permission for any kind of protest, but we still see the VHP and the Bajrang Dal out on the streets along the border areas. And those are the images on the left-hand side of your screens of this morning. Despite restriction and no permission to protest, we see hordes of people from the VHP and the Bajrang Dal who've lined up along the border areas, Faridabad-Delhi border, demanding justice. Now, the Muslim side has reached the top court, the Supreme Court, saying that they are worried, they are scared, they're asking for intervention and more importantly to stop all rallies that are still being carried out allegedly in Haryana.